Okay, this one's tutorial 4. This one's going to involve the slot. So drawing this slot shaped cutout here, and this is actually really easy to do if you use the tool that is helpful to do it. And there's a couple other cutouts here. This is a lot easier than it looks, so let's get to this one. Open up Fusion, and I'll bring in I've got my diagram here. Let's draw this one again from the front plane, and we're going to create a sketch. And let's start this one by drawing a rectangle. Let's draw a 120 by this radius up here is 100. That diameter is 140. So let's draw a 120 by 140 rectangle. Starting here, and we'll go 140 by 120. And that's going to be the basis of everything we're going to do. And let's add to this now. So let's add a circle to the top of this, or I guess we can do it as a line, however we want to do it. But let's create, let's create it as a 3-point arc. Let's try it. So here, here, and what's our midpoint here? Right there, and up. I think that's our 70 point there. Does that seem right? Not sure if that's right or not. No, that's not right. So let's go 70. All right, that's our radius of 70 there. Okay, so that's our arc. That's going to be on the top. And then we can just delete this line here afterwards. So that's that. Now at this center point here, that locates that center point for us. Let's put a circle right there. Diameter of this has a diameter of 40. Down here we have a couple things. We've got a little notch that sticks out. I guess first of all, we come in 30 and up 10. There's that little notch, and then there's another little piece that sticks out. I actually do this wrong here. I think that only comes down that far. Delete that. And I'm going to trim this. Trim this little section here, and this piece here, and this piece here, and this piece here. I think that's all correct. I'm just going to dimension this just to make sure. So that's supposed to be a dimension of 10. That's good. Here to here is supposed to be 30. So that's incorrect. That's supposed to be 30. And this from here to here is also 10. That's good. So I think I've got all that correct. And now what we want to do is have a circle. So how do we locate where this goes, where this circle goes? It has a radius of 30, and it's going to be 40 from here. So what I can do is I can just draw another rectangle here. I'm just going to come over 40 and up some number. I'm just going to say 20 because I'm just going to delete this later. to create a 2-point circle starting here and going this way with the diameter of 60 because it's a radius of 30. You can see I can change these dimensions. That shows diameter right now, but I'm going to select this, do a right click here and say toggle to radius. That now shows that as a radius. So now I've got some extra junk in here that I don't need. So I'm going to delete this line, and then cut or trim this line, and actually back up. Start by trimming this part of the circle, and then that part there, and that's my cutout at the bottom. That's all good. And now what I want to do is get the slot. Now this is actually really easy. It's a slot tool, and we want to do a center point arc slot. There's lots of different ways you can do this, but this is actually really easy. So we're going to say this is my center point of my arc. My radius is 40, which is right here. I'm going to pick my starting point. I'm going to draw the arc. My ending point is right here. I'm going to say how wide is it. It has a radius of 10. I think it's the diameter we're putting in here. 20. I think that looks right. There we go. Yeah, so that's the diameter of 20, or a radius of, if I toggle this, toggle that to a radius, I'll move that out here. So that is drawing an arc. There's lots of ways you can draw arcs, but the tool does it really nicely for you, and you'll see this is now, that recognizes that as that shape. And we finish the sketch. We get this. That's that, and we can extrude that whatever depth we want to extrude it to, but that is our shape.